I can't even imagine being your parents or your brother or sister and knowing what you, I just wonder how you think you'll be able to process this and move forward with your life after witnessing something like this.
It's almost better if I could just forget it all. I mean, as bad as that sounds, I mean, just to put it out of my mind, because just to see and replay those images over and over again in my mind just gives me tears.
Have you talked to your parents? Have you talked to a counselor?
Yeah, I talked to my parents, and my mom's actually a counselor for the Veterans Administration Hospital, so she's helped me a lot.
And what kind of advice have your parents given you?
They've just been very grateful that I'm here. I mean, just to continue to move on with your life.
Derek, what is the rest of the day for you? Have you thought about what happens next?
Just try and continue to move on with my life and just forget about what happened.
I bet there are people at home across the country and around the world watching you right now going, how does this young man stand here and talk about what happened 24 hours ago? I don't know how you do it.
It's hard to hold it together. I mean, it's probably still a lot of shock at this point. I mean, just hard to conceive what happened.
Are your parents on the way?
Yeah,
when will they be here?
They'll be here later on today.
Is there something that you feel like we should know as the world starts pointing fingers, blaming President Steger and wondering why that they weren't able to stop this more quickly?
I think there's no blame here to put on anybody except for the shooter. I mean, his actions were unpredictable. There's no way that you could ever prevent this, I don't think. The rescue squad and the VT police and all the surrounding police jurisdictions did a great job of responding and saving a lot of lives that might have been taken otherwise.
I was at Columbine in the hours after it happened, and student after student kept telling me that what they remembered was the faces of the shooters and the faces of their fellow students. Is that something that resonates for you or not?
Yeah, definitely in the face of the shooter. I mean, just seeing how calm he was and assertive, and in the face of my fellow students, I mean, just seeing the blood on their face pouring down their bodies, I mean, just a tragic image.
How close to the victims was he when this happened? Did he stand in one place and fire at random?
He walked around mainly the front of the room and just started firing. He obviously had better aim at the people in the front desk, and I think a lot of those people didn't survive. A lot of the people in the back rows managed to survive better.
Was anybody able to get out of the room during the course of all of this?
No, we all just were in complete shock and utter disbelief that this could even happen.
Derek, be safe. It's very nice to meet you. I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good luck. Take care, man. You know, guys back in the studio, I think that there's a lot to be done here still, and there are a lot of kids like Derek here who are going to need a lot of help. And what an amazing young man.
Yeah, and he was right there, and he got shot, and Shepard, he did his best to keep the guy with the gun outside.
Were you thinking about that? You're hearing Steve. Were you thinking about, I'm barricading the door from a student who's just shot up? I mean, were you conscious of what was going on? Was this sort of just instinctive?
Just sort of instinctive, like things just take over at that point.
Was it like a movie?
When you look back on it all,
yeah, it was like something unreal, like that you see on the news or you see in like crazy science fiction movies that you would never even imagine happening in your life. I mean, it's just like something that just takes over your body, and you just have to do that to survive.
Do you remember how long it was before someone came in with stretchers, or police came in, or someone came to help?
The police were the main people who came in first, because they didn't really know where the shooter was or his description or anything like that. But they were able to clear our hall, and then probably 2 to 3 minutes after he tried to re-enter our room, the police were able to come in and save us.
Do you want to get back to classes?
I guess eventually. I want to move on with my life, you know, get past all of this.
Do that, Derek. Get back to Roanoke. Give your family a hug.
All right.
Nice to meet you very much.
Hey, Shep, I imagine people like
Steve
Derek...
and Brian, we're just beginning.
I imagine people like Derek, these are the people that policemen investigating this crime have to be talking to. I mean, how many different students,
I'm sure.
how many different takes about what went down there?
You know that's exactly what happened at Columbine as well, and at Pearl, Mississippi, when Luke Woodham went on a shooting rampage there. It just so happens that here they were able to go farther. And the one thing, though, Brian, to remember is they believe, at least in the early going here, it's believed that it's just this one person. I think a lot of people are very curious about motive. You must be curious about why.
Yeah, it just seems like senseless acts of violence. Like, he was determined to kill people, and I guess it would be nice to know why he wanted to kill everybody. I mean, it's just no explanation for it that I could ever think of.
I don't know if we'll ever know. Investigators have a lot of work to do. I think one thing that if we're looking for encouraging signs, Brian and Steve and Gretchen, I think this is one. And that is that state and local investigators are still in charge of this. There's no reason to believe that this was a terrorist act. It sounds as if what we have is someone who came in and just carried out random acts of violence after shooting and killing someone he knew at a residence hall. I'm speechless. I just really don't even know what to say.
Shep, what lots of people are probably speechless about as well this morning is how this young man, Derek, can stand there and talk about what he witnessed. It's obviously just the most horrific thing.
I don't think you even know the answer to that, do you?
No, it's just, I don't know how. Like, it's like it hasn't even hit me yet. That I'm in utter disbelief that this could even happen. I mean, just pure shock.
Yeah, this is sadly, this is not a new experience for so many of us, and I have to keep going back to Columbine because it's the closest thing I can remember. And I remember the choppers were still hovering and the students were still coming out, and almost instinctively they came to the cameras because they felt a sense that they needed to talk about what had just happened, because if you can talk about what's already happened, you don't have to think about the future.
That's
because their future, their immediate future, is a campus that's shut down, a series of memorial services, the President of the United States coming here, their lives in limbo, and forever the place that they've loved tucked away in the Blue Ridge Mountains, which used to be about Hokie football and an outstanding athletic department and a terrific academic environment, and one of the most beautiful places you'll ever seen, is now and forevermore the place where the largest massacre in the history of the nation happened. And I just feel so sad for all of them and wish them all so well.
Right, and we all do. Shepard, excellent job with the interview of the day. That was really telling. We thank you very much. As you can see, makeshift memorials already sprouting up in the Blacksburg area. Coming up in 22 minutes, we're going to hear from the president of Virginia Tech, also a university spokesman, and the chief of police at Virginia Tech as well. And right this very moment on the U.S. Capitol, about 10 minutes ago, they have lowered the flag to half-staff to remember those who died yesterday in Blacksburg.
I aimed for a bush thinking that would be kind of help break my fall. So I landed on my back. So they x-rayed me for cracked ribs. So I'm pretty sore, but the x-rays were negative, so I'm okay.